Good afternoon and welcome to this week's issue of Print21, the weekly print news video for the print industry, brought to you by Print21.com.au. Sponsored this week by Ricoh, Imagine Change. My name is Wayne Robinson. News this week is led by PVCA, Print and Visual Communication Association, the Industry Employers Association with 750 members, whose CEO, Andrew Macaulay, is set to depart 5 years after coming into the role. No date has yet been set. Macaulay will stay until a successor has been appointed, with PVCA starting its search within the industry. Macaulay was an industry outsider when he came into the role, coming out on top of more than 100 candidates and starting as the explosive 8-month period of his predecessor, Jason Allen, ended. Macaulay's modernised the association. Its staff numbers have gone from 50 to 3 full-time and 5 on retainer. Stability returned, member numbers have stabilised, services have increased and improved while fees have remained unchanged. He has taken PVCA into the black after several years in the red. He formed an effective partnership with President Walter Kuhn and focused on executing the board's requirements, in providing services to members, giving print a voice in Canberra, and on driving strategic issues, particularly training, seeking a national training framework as TAFE sought to exit print. He used his extensive network in Canberra to great effect and instigated the now annual shindig between printers, parliamentarians and policymakers at Parliament House, Print to Parliament. Whoever takes his place will be expected to take up the parliamentary baton. Macaulay was proud of the PVCA's response to COVID and the services it provided to its members, with a large number of webinars and online services for those members. Inevitably, for someone who charged with modernising a 140-year-old organisation representing disparate print businesses, he wasn't everyone's cup of tea. There were clashes with big personalities, but the board remained resolutely supportive. The search is now on for a successor and will begin within the industry itself. The floods have been the big story in New South Wales this week and parts of Queensland as well. Print21 has spoken to numerous printers in the affected areas, and thankfully they've all told us that they've come through relatively unscathed. Ian Callahan, for instance, owner of Graphic Impressions in Byron Bay, has seen small leaks around his facility, but no major damages to the building and the machines. It's a similar story over at Novak Signs in South Windsor. Company owner Scott Novak saying no major damages were found on the premises, although the company is running at half strength because most of the company's staff are having trouble getting to the business, having been caught out on the other side of the river. Snap Print in Port Macquarie running business as usual too, with only light cases of leaks encountered. These are typical businesses. PVCA says that printers need to be aware though of OH&S issues, particularly in regard to slippy floors. Suppliers Association General Manager Peter Harper says the industry suppliers stand ready to offer support for any print businesses that are struggling with supply. He says we're committed to ensuring industry businesses have quick and easy access to assistance from their suppliers when faced with natural disasters, same thing happened in the fires, and other unforeseen circumstances. Harper told us the earlier you get in touch with suppliers, the better, as many can help with damage assessments for insurance claims, as well as provide support with things like loan equipment, consumable supplies, repairs, and even connections with other businesses so that jobs in progress can be temporarily outsourced. Print21 is reporting 2 major investments gone on this week. First up, Arlo & Coop in Melbourne has installed 2 new Zund D3 cutting lines complete with robots. This is a great story. 2 years ago, the business decided to use its Zund digital cutter that was in its large format activity to create a short-run custom box business. That business has gone so well, it's now major investment in the 2 new lines. Dashing Group is also investing, taking a new EFI Pro 32R Plus roll-to-roll printer. Dashing is a visual merchandising business. Now the new printer will produce a range of decals, posters, banners and floor graphics. It joins an EFI VUTEC. The EFI Pro 32R Plus at Dashing is actually the same model that will be on display at the Curry Group Open House Week that begins after Easter. Go to print21.com.au to follow a link to register for that open house and for all these stories and more. This is Wayne Robinson, editor of Print21. Thanks to our sponsor Ricoh, Imagine Change, signing off for another week.